Problem 2, exercise 14.3 in your text, is another typical budgeting problem. And although budgeting looks like it's accounting heavy, it's really something that most managers are expected to do. So some of the accounting we've done this semester, you won't do, you'll just have to understand. This you may actually have to do, and again, it doesn't matter what field you go into. Okay, so the budget director of Heather's Florist has prepared the following sales budget. And again, remember, when you hear budget, you hear no dollars yet. The company had $50,000 in accounts receivable on July 1st. Okay, so they actually had that. So this is going forward from there. Heather's Florist normally collects 100% of their accounts receivable in the month after the sale. In other words, if they don't collect it that month, they write it off. They expect to collect it the month after the sale. So, Heather's budget director has given us this information. These are what we hope for. So all of these numbers are numbers that we hope for. In July, we hope for $40,000 in cash sales. In August, we hope for $42,500 in cash. And in September, we hope for $45,000 in cash. On account, in July, we hope that we're going to collect $45,000. Or we're going to earn $45,000 in July, and we're going to collect it the next month. In August, we're going to hope to sell $54,000 worth of flowers on account and collect in September. And in September, we hope to sell $64,800 and collect that in October. And let's just out here fill in what they're telling us with this. If they had $50,000 in accounts receivable July 1st, that means that in June they sold $50,000 of flowers on account. Now, it asks us, how are we going to come up with that cash? How much cash are we going to collect each month? Well, we can do this. First of all, the cash sales go here. So they're the cash sales. The accounts receivable sales go here. Because remember, we collect each month the following month. This one we're going to collect in October. So once you see the picture and you see how this company works, it's really a matter of just adding the numbers. It's very, very simple once you wade through the accounting babble. And you've heard me say that 10,000 times. Sometimes I think accounting is sort of like a big snow shovel, only you're just not shoveling snow. Something darker and stickier. Okay, so they want us to complete the schedule of cash receipts, because what management really needs to know, and this is the universal question, Okay, Mr. Budget Director, Ms. Budget Director, how much cash am I going to have at the end of July, August, whenever? And that it's important to have that number for planning. It's just as important to realize that that number is a hoped for. It's an estimated. It may be very realistic. It may be very conservative. It may be very, shall we say, energetic. Bullshit. But it's what the management says they want. We're in the chain of command. We're not at the top of the chain of command. Some of you will get there. I never did. But that's what they want us to do. So if you can follow my little arrows, and it kind of looks like an orgy at a worm farm, let's follow this around and put these numbers in. Okay, the cash collections from accounts receivable, and this is July, August, and September. Okay, so in September we have cash sales, plus we're going to collect the collections from accounts receivable from the prior month. So in June we had $50,000, so that's our collections from accounts receivable there. So at the end of June we expect to have $90,000 in cash. In July, I'm sorry, that was July. In August, we're going to sell our $42,500 worth of flowers, buds and seeds. Plus, we're going to collect what we sold last month on account. So we're going to have 42.5 plus 45, 87,500. September, we're going to sell 45,000 in cash, plus we're going to collect 54,000 from last month. Gives us a total of 99,000. And then the last thing they ask us to do, in addition to throwing a new term at us that they haven't used very much, pro forma balance sheet. Pro forma simply means budgeted or expected. It's not a traditional balance sheet. It's what you would set up when you're planning or thinking about moving forward. That would be the pro forma balance sheet. So, what would the amount of accounts receivable report on its third quarter balance sheet? Well, its third quarter balance sheet, there's the third quarter. So, what's going to be on accounts receivable? What's going to be the total balance on accounts receivable? Sales from September. That's it. The account sales from it. So, that will be $64,800. So again, with all accounting problems, budgeting problems especially, it's a matter of carefully digging through the babble, making sure you get the correct information and understand all of the terms. And once we made our little map there, everything was really easy. I mean, your cousin from in third grade could do that math. It was just a matter of knowing which numbers to add, not actually adding the numbers.